This video is about percent error and is based on the previous video about relative error. So percent error, let's talk about those two important values again. So the first one is VE. VE is called estimated value, which is just a prediction. It has many other names: approximation, guess, forecast value, prediction, estimated value. And then the other one is actual value. Actual value is an observation. So you go outside, you ask people a question, they give you a response that is an actual observation. What about data? Data, I have 20 students in my class. Everybody finished the final exam. I have 20 scores. That is data. That is an actual value because that is a score I got from everybody's exam, right? What about estimated value? When I calculate grades for my student, I don't need to have the estimated value. Estimated value is on their side, on student side. So before they take a final exam, what do you think they will get on the final? So that is that the numbers, they keep the numbers to themselves. I don't need to know that number at all. What I need to know is the number on their exam paper. All right, estimated, guess, actual value is a real number or a real score. So how do you calculate percent error? Percent error is, we call it a PE, that is equals to estimated value minus actual value. We take the absolute value to avoid negative, and then we divide it by the actual value. So up to this point, if you just take a look at this piece is what I show you on the previous video about relative error, right? So this is, well, so percent error is you take the relative error, multiply 100%. If you go back to the previous video, in the problems I solved, I didn't use percentage. I only use decimal. And then in this video, we are going to take one more step further. We will give you the percent as well. So we have these four problems again. So in each problem, I gave you an example about this. So before you take a test, you guess a score. After you take a test, you tell me your score. And what I need to calculate is percent error. So let's do that. So let's calculate the first one. So the first one is PE. That is equals to, let's draw a fraction bar first. So we have estimated minus actual divided by actual, and then we multiply 100%, right? So that is 80 minus 80 is 0 divided by 80 times 100. So the whole thing is equals to 0 because 0 divided by 80 is equals to 0. 0 times 100%, that is equals to 0. So this is my answer. And then since they want a percentage, then you just give them a 0%. What is 0% mean? 0% mean my estimation is perfect. So before you take the test, you guess you will get 80 points. After you take the test, you got 80 points on your paper. So that is a perfect estimation. So the first one is 0. There is no error. What about number 2? So number 2, the percent error, that is equals to, draw a fraction bar first, and then we use 80 minus 95 divided by 80 times 100%. So 80 minus 95, that is negative 15 divided by 80 times 100%. So that is equals to 15 divided by 80 times 100%. So I want you to break this down into two pieces. So the first thing that I would like you to do is you take the divided by 95, right? Divided by the actual, not divided by 80. So let me fix that real quick. So we have 95. This is a 95. This is a 95, right? Because based on the formula, we have actual value in here and actual value in there. So estimated minus actual divided by actual. So 80 minus 95, so that doesn't affect the numerator. So we have 15 divided by 95. So if you take 15 divided by 95, you get 0.157894738. This is, I just report the whole thing on for my calculator, but you don't want to write this down on your paper because here is, because we don't have a calculator in here, right? So I will just show you everything I saw in my calculator, and then I will show you which number you have to grab. So based on the previous video, the relative error, I round I round the answer to 4 decimal places, which is 0.1579, right? So this is the answer I got in the previous video. And then to convert this to percentage, you have to multiply 100. So when you multiply 100, that means you move the decimal point 2 steps to the right. So the answer is 15.79%. This is the answer of number 2. Okay, so let's do number 3. So number 3, we have percent error that is equals to 80 minus 60 divided by 60, right? And then you multiply 100%. So 80 minus 60 is equals to 20 in absolute value divided by 60 times 100%. So that is 20 divided by 60 times 100%. And then on your calculator, you use 20 divided by 60, then you get the 0 point a bunch of 3, right? So I just report the whole thing for my calculator. So in the previous video, I round my answer to 4 decimal places. So you round first, so 0.3333. And then when you convert that to percentage, basically you have to move this decimal point 2 steps to the right. So that is 33.33%. So what does that mean? What does that mean? So let's compare this. So we are trying to compare 15.79% and 33.33%. Which one is bigger? Of course, 33 is bigger, right? Why? The first one, I have 80 minus 95, right? Let's don't do the minus right now. 80 versus 95, that is number 2. And then number 3, I have 80 and 60. So before I take the test, I think I will get 80 points on the test. And then after the test, in case 2, I got 95. In case 3, I got 60. So which one has a bigger error? So if you take 80 minus 95, how big is that error? The error is equals to negative 15, right? So this one, the error is equals to 20. So how come we don't use the negative? Because if I ask you a question, what is the difference between 80 and 95? You say the answer, your answer is the difference is 15. You don't say the answer is negative 15, right? So since the answer is 15, that is enough. You don't need to use the word negative. So that's why we use an absolute value to avoid negative. So this error is 15, this error is 20. So which error is bigger? The 20 is bigger, right? So that's why the percentage is error. That's why the percentage is bigger. So that is the end of this video. If you think my instruction is helpful, let me know in the comment below. Subscribe to my channel for me. Appreciate your help. See you all in the next lesson. Signing off for now.